Hello everyone, welcome to the physics lecture 3 of kinematics. We will today discuss some more important formulas which will help you in the upcoming NEET exam. Here, today, first thing which we are going to see is suppose we drop a ball from an height h from an height h. So if we are dropping the ball, its initial velocity, that's u, will be 0. So what will be its final velocity? What will be its final velocity? So if a body is dropped from a height h, dropped, so initial velocity should be taken as 0, and its final velocity v is given by the formula root 2gh. Remember that this is only applicable when it's dropped, so the initial velocity will be 0. And the next thing which we are going to discuss is the riverman problems. Riverman problems are generally asked in the exam, so these also make an important concept from this chapter. So here the most important question which are asked are like, first will be the shortest path questions, and the second one will be the minimum time taken questions. So the minimum time to cross the river and the shortest path questions. So let's dive into the shortest path questions. So here, suppose this is the river with an width d. So if a person wants to cross this river with the shortest path, that means if he starts from point A, so for the shortest path he should reach at the point B. So suppose the river is flowing in this direction with velocity vr, the river velocity. So if a person has to reach point B from point A, then only it will be possible that he is having a minimum displacement. So he will go towards this side so that he drifts towards point B. So he will make an angle theta with the point B, and his velocity here, it will be v cos theta, and here the velocity vector will be the v sin theta. So this will be his velocity, and this is the velocity of river. So for the shortest path, that is his velocity, that is his v sin theta vector, should be equal to the velocity of the river. Then only he will be going exactly opposite to his initial points, that's from point A to point B. So v sin theta is equal to vr. This is the condition for shortest path. And the time taken for the shortest path, this will be not the minimum time, it's the shortest path, it's the time taken to cross the river through shortest path. And the time taken will be equal to the distance by velocity. So the minimum displacement is d, because it's going exactly opposite, and that velocity will be v cos theta. So we are taking the velocity in which he is making displacement. So this also makes an important concept here. And now the minimum time taken to cross the river. So here he will be not going exactly opposite from his initial point, he will be making some drift. So this is a river with d and moving with velocity vr again. So for minimum time, so he will be moving like straightly, but he will not come exactly at the opposite point, he will drift somewhat here, he will come here, and which side the river is flowing, so there will be some drift. So first, the minimum time taken to cross the river is the actual distance and with the velocity which he is moving. But here he will be not coming exactly at the opposite point, he will have some drift, and so the drift of the man will be equal to, So drift of the man will be equal to the distance by velocity. Sorry. So the distance travel along river flow. So the distance traveled along the river flow will be his drift. So which will be equal to the drift is the distance traveled. Distance traveled along river flow. Distance traveled along the river flow. So suppose this is the point B, and if it's drifting and coming to the point C, so that the distance BC, that is his drift from the point B where he has to be, that is opposite to the point A, his drift will be equal to the minimum time, which is d by v, into velocity of the river. So it is distance is equal to velocity into time. That's all we have to see in these concepts. So these are the kinematics important questions which will be helping you in the NEET 2026 and 27.